Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Well, now I'm pretty good.
So, I'm so confused about like your coming to stream. I feel like for so long you were like, wasn't it like a secret that like Amarith even had like a husband?
Yeah. So from the very get-go, if you want just like the quick version of the full story, when she was streaming, she first started in like 2015, 16, right?
Yeah,
I had a full-time job, like I was supporting her. I had bought a house already, right? It was a nice white collar job. And she was like, you should become an influencer. And I was like, because my Instagram was actually popping off also. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. I don't like being in front of the camera. I'm like a behind the scenes, I'm a numbers guy, you know? Um, you are already doing cosplay. You have an Instagram. You're just not running it the right way. If you want to, you should be the influencer and like maybe I'll hold the camera or whatever. Right? And that's what happened, right? And then like kind of the rest is
like she
history.
had she was streaming like before you guys met, or you were
No,
dating and she started.
we were dating, and she
Yeah,
was a cosplayer, but a struggling one. Like she had a I thought I was gonna get catfished. We matched on Tinder and she was like,
yeah.
"Yo, I really want to go on this date, but like I'm gonna need like $30 for gas." And I was like, "Oh fuck me, dude. Like, you gotta take the net present value of this fucking decision's too good to pass up." I was like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna send $30 and lose $30." She showed up,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was actually she was just that poor, right? And like when I first went to like a con that she was invited to, I shit you not, I sat there and watched her from a distance, even though I was there to see her because I was just curious. I was like, "Oh, cool, she does this cosplay thing." And I watched her for 2 hours, and there's people going by the booths, and I noticed that not a single one of them stopped at her booth or bought anything. And I remember feeling so bad. I was like, "Man, dude, like this is fucking rough." And so I found a random dude, and I said, "I'm gonna give you $20. Can you go to her and buy a print? And if you do that, come over here and I'll give you another $20." Like, it's that fucking Land Before Time, shake the tree and have a tree star fall down for Sarah shit, right? But like, she absolutely had like all the things that you needed. She just wasn't doing it right because she had a mindset of like, this is artistry, and this is about like being real to the character and building things like with this like eye towards like how it looks in the media. And like Jessica Negri had pioneered this thing where it's like, no, no, no. If you wanted to be a cosplayer, sure, but you're gonna be like this kind of fringe niche thing, and you're gonna ride and die by the characters that you choose and the genres that are popular or not, right? Marvel comes out, other stuff takes a back seat. But what Jessica Negri cracked out was that like, or you could just be like Jessica Negri as a Pikachu, Jessica Negri as this cosplay, and suddenly
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you are the brand. The other stuff is just like the little window dressing extra, and that's the model,
Mhm.
right? And I saw it instantly because like I'd worked on Wall Street and I have a business background. I was like, dude, this is the thing. And I've never, despite what she said, that's a freaking too long of a story, but like I've never pressured her. That's fucking bullshit, right? Like in fact, I will say this line, and I can commit to this full chest. That there's like the whole, oh, you abused her, you made her do sexy content. In the history of streaming, OF, anything, the only thing I've ever asked her to do is put on more clothes. I have never, ever asked her to wear a skimpier outfit. There's like a lot of instances of that, right? And then early in her career, she had a bunch of like wardrobe malfunctions. Every single one of those, I was like, that is not good to wear on stream. You got to put something else on. And she'd be like, no, I want to wear this. And so like that is like so crazy when she did the whole Dobby is free now. I'm like, what the fuck? But like, I mean, like it's water under
Yeah,
the
so
bridge. Yeah.
but tell me about that because like
Mhm.
kind of your like current, I don't know, I only see like clips and you streaming and her streaming and like, I mean, it seems pretty toxic that you guys are like both independently streaming now, and like your community is kind of this like community that's like finally you're streaming and yeah, you're owning her and like fuck her, and then her community's like you need to get away from him and whatever. Like, I mean, I don't know, the whole thing seems kind of crazy. so I don't really know what, yeah, like I don't really know the point of you streaming, or is the relationship fucked? Are you guys just fucking, all right, let's just destroy each other and make as much money as we can in the like what, yeah, what's the what's the goal here?
So, despite what it looks like, we're actually probably like second. This is like the second best stretch of like how our relationship is, and that sounds terrible, but it's not like that. It's just because we're both streaming, and so like there's this amplification of like everything being viewable or deducible, right? The sad part was before our home invasion in March, that was like the 6 month leading to that was like the smoothest, quietest, like nicest. Like it seemed like we both matured and we mellowed out a little bit, and like everything was coming together. And then we just had like fucking endless money as well, right? Then we got the home invasion, and I believe, and she believes as well, that she has like really like severe but like hard to kind of predict what the triggers are, PTSD. As what happens when you get pulled out of bed, in like that lucid
With
state and
guns,
then
yeah.
hit, right? Like it's just like it fucks you up kind of. And so the challenge since March, which has been really hard at times, is like, because like I mean, if you watch that clip, right, she claims that like me, tapping the glass gave her PTSD, but then you watch right after and she's like laughing with her chat, and then 5 minutes after that, it's like fucking a whole different game, and I'm like, how am I gonna like, normally it's like PTSD is like you think, oh, I say this thing, it's a trigger, and she starts to, like kind of, come down, right? But this is like, oh, 5 minutes later, oh yeah, that thing you said 5 minutes ago, or that thing you did 5 minutes ago, it's triggering me now. I'm like, I don't know how to like that's a real hard one, because it's almost like when you Pavlov something, you need that direct stimulus, positive or negative. If you have one like 5 minutes later, you're like, wait, which thing? It's hard to work with, right? But we've been working on that, and like I finally, because she for the longest time would say she has PTSD but didn't want to work with anyone for it. I've sourced like 9 different recommendations from top guys, right? Dr. K through like, like therapists that I use, even like not use the same therapist, but like their recommendations. And finally she found one that I think will stick, and she's been doing a few sessions, so we'll see how that goes. But it's actually been really good because like I'm a pretty simple person. Like I kind of have everything I need. There's like nothing that I want. Like, there's cool stuff I see, but like I don't want, like there's no deep underlying want for something. But she does have that still, right? Like she wants like a huge piece of acreage and to have her own ranch. And like me personally, I left to my own devices, I would rather probably have like a beach house or like a pied de terre, like a place in the city, right? But like ultimately, I think a lot of guys like this. I don't really think it really matters if I can do whatever I want every day and not have to worry about money. You could put me anywhere. And so I realized like, oh, this kind of gels because like you want this thing. I could care less if this is the thing. And I help her do that in like more ways than just the career, right? Like we have 40 pets, right? Like the
40.
driving, yeah, the driving force behind hiring like staffers to take care of the animals is me. The person who is like, hey, this thing isn't sustainable. We got to change this up. Yeah, it's me. Like I'm the problem solver, and she's the person who kind of um I mean, true to form, she's like the artist in the sense that like she designs our life. I make it not blow up, right? It works. It just like looks chaotic on the outside. But like I'm gonna say a point because fuck this guy, right? Her agency that she previously worked with, right?
Yeah.
Because they dropped her kind of after this, because it was so fucking awkward. I used to do the business meetings for her on the sponsorship side, right? The kick stuff, the whole thing, and we worked through this, agency that represents XQC as well. And so like during the PTSD thing, this guy was like, "Yo, you want a divorce attorney? Like I can refer you one, right?" And it was so corrupt because like the divorce attorney billed through our agency lawyer. He was taking like a 20% spread on that. And I was like, wait, you're seeing this as another way to make money? We just got fucking robbed. I saved her life. I shot three armed assailants coming at me. I fucking stand ground. I shoot the guy. She has PTSD and she says she's afraid of guns, including me having a gun, which makes no sense because that's if I didn't have that gun, we're
That's the
fucked,
reason why you're
right?
good, yeah.
And like to me, it's like, oh, this is PTSD. Like, me, I'll try not to brandish the gun. I'll just keep it, in a safe. But like, I need to have it, right? Like, it needs to be accessible. And he's just like, oh, yeah, it's time to fucking push this towards divorce, which is fucking insane. Like, fuck that guy, you know? I think he got drunk on doing the same thing and getting a spread on XQC and Adept. That's gonna, oh shit, I mean, whatever. Uh,
And then Jesus.
yeah.
And then but
Dude,
then
I
why
heard the
did you start
stories.
streaming?
XQC would be like, how much? 2 million? Done. XQC is like another ball game, right? Like the guy was just
Yeah.
like, how do we disentangle this Adept? 2 million? Fucking easy. Right? And I think he just got kind of drunk on the whole, oh yeah, big influencer, big deal. Like they're just gonna say yes, right? It's pretty fucked. But yeah, go for it.
But how did you even end up streaming though? Like where was the decision for you to start streaming?
Oh, I love this question. I get it a lot. So I didn't ever like previously, as I said, I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I don't like the attention.
Yeah.
Like I hate that shit. Like I think the one of
Hmm.
the worst things in the world is to be famous, especially if you're not like particularly wealthy, right? Like I'd rather be wealthy and anonymous. Like life is so much better. You don't get to get pestered, and if you want that attention, you can do it on demand, right? You drive a Bugatti out, you get all the fucking attention you want. Drive
Yeah.
a Rolls Royce out, you have a driver, you get all the attention you want, but you can choose when you
Yeah.
get it. It's not like you're getting mobbed trying to eat at a restaurant, right? That's like the best.
Yeah.
And I know that.
Hmm.
The problem is when the incident happened, like it sounds Amaranth has like the perception she's fallen off, right? The OnlyFans still makes $900,000 a month. Like if that's a fall off, like sure, right? It's way lower than it used to be. Like I make this point, people go, "Oh my god, you're so greedy." No, I'm just stating a fact, right? And what my point here is that like that's coming down, and she was wanting to kind of not do it anymore, right? And I'm like, okay, whatever you want, right? But she's still very popular because when that night the incident happened, right, within 2 hours on Reddit, I saw the entire police correspondence with dispatch from the first responding officers. And at first I was like, wait, did some first responding officer go on Reddit? And then I realized, no. What happened was tow truck drivers have the police frequency in Houston. And some tow truck driver caught this and was like, oh, I know who Amaranth is. Fucking instant for Twitter gold. It's nuts how this world works, right? Um, and like, and I read this thing, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Right. And it was so public. It was like, like it was literally like the police saying, hey, we've encountered Asian male wearing Tom Ford boxer briefs, a weird looking watch, and a plate carrier. He has his gun on the floor and he has long hair. Is this the person of interest, or is this like one of the residents? Right. Um, and like that's it. You're never gonna go back into being anonymous after that kind of description, right? Like me, literally, because like I was taking a shit and like I didn't have time to wipe. I pull up my briefs, I throw on a plate carrier, I'm fucking running, down with a gun, right? And like that's all in there. Like the entire inspector's report, they know the whole real story. Originally, I was gonna let her be the hero. I was like, if you want to, you just say that you grabbed the gun and turned around and shot him. I can be anonymous still. But like when that went out, it was like, okay, this is done. CNN's calling and like it's just fucking done. Right. My
Yeah.
my
Okay. So
anonymity.
you're already public now. You're
Yeah.
like, what? Fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
stream.
Well, no, it's like my anonymity forever gone, right? Like I'm definitely Amaranth's husband now, right? And then now that puts me on the 2022 bullshit, like of the whole thing. Because previously, when I'm anonymous, me getting canceled in 2022 is like, yeah, whatever. You meet me, you don't know I'm fucking Amaranth's husband. Like now it's just like, oh yeah, it's so weird. Like, oh, he abused her and then he like saved her life, right? Like one of those two things is not true. But like that's what happened. And then I realized I've been working on the back end because I've not just ran Amaranth. I've ran a ton of OF girls. I had a whole OF agency at one point, right? Um, like there's no contract or anything. It's literally just you want help with it. I have people, employees, people I've trained, they'll help you with it, right? Very no non-committal, whatever, right? And we did great, made a lot of money. And then what happened was basically these girls would ask me like, well, how do you create a top of funnel like Amaranth? How do you get big on Twitch? And I'd be giving advice and stuff like that, and no one ever follows it. And I remember just thinking like, man, like what I really want to know is if like I'm just full of shit, or if like I kind of understand this world of content creation and I could potentially like make an inroad for myself just to prove that like I know this shit. Like it wasn't just luck, right? That's the whole thing. It's like I want to prove to myself that like this wasn't just bullshit and I didn't just luck into it like most people think. And that like, no, I can do either way. I can do the business, I can do the fucking streaming side, I can do both ends, right? Just because I understand how this all interplays and works. It's like I just want to see it for myself. And I've told my chat before, like if I hit 3,000 concurrent for a consistent amount of time, you might never see me again. I've done it. I think 3,000 is at the place where like a guy streamer like yourself, like it's just about how much you want to grind at that point, right? Like everything is like a decision versus like something that's like a long shot, right? Like it's like, do you want to commit the time to doing events and blah blah blah? And so that's kind of what I view it as. And like it's not like hit 3,000 once. I want to be able to just turn it on 3,000, right? I think that is like when I'm like, okay, I understood content. Like I could do this job. I just didn't want to, and I sometimes still don't want to. Yeah. I'm a weird
Okay,
dude.
I get it. No, I get it. I get it. I understand. Because how I saw it at first, like from what I saw, I was like, is this like his way to be able to like go live and like express his opinion when she's saying a fuck ton of shit about you online?
That
Is
too,
this like
yeah.
a way so at least you can say your side of it as well?
I have a voice for once. It's like insane.
Yeah.
And like that also caused a lot of friction with the PTSD because suddenly it isn't just her word is like the fucking resounding thing. Like there's so much of the 22 backstory that I think would shock you. She knew shit overstated. The day after she made that big reveal, let's like put ourselves in that place, right? So 2022, we have this phone call. I sound like a giant piece of shit, I was worked up, right?
Wait,
I
can you
mean,
tell us what happened for people that don't know about that drama in general?
yeah. Basically, there was a situation a couple years back where there was this persistent chatter who'd come in and say, I'm going to kill your dogs. I'm going to throw poison in your yard and kill your dogs. And every time this guy did that, she would freak the fuck out, run to the backyard, look for the dog, and then he would just keep doing it. And then more people start doing it. And I told her, hey, look, listen, you care about your dogs, but like when this happens, you act unaffected. Text me. We have a signal. I'll go check on the dogs. I'll bring them in. You
Yeah,
cannot be
yeah,
affected when you show that it works. Holy shit, dude! They're going. They found it, the vulnerability, right?
yeah,
And so you gotta you have to project strength here, right? And so so now going to 22, the thing was she was freaking about something. I was like, hey, look, do you remember that situation where someone wanted to kill your dog? And she goes, what'd you just say? Right? And she had this Vyvanse kind of. She doesn't like. She's not a drug person at all, right? Like even less
mhm,
than me, and like I can count on like 3 instances the only times I've ever used drugs. She's like never used anything non-prescription, but she takes
mhm,
Vyvanse, and sometimes she has a proclivity of she's so tired in the morning she takes it and she forgets she takes it, so she takes another one, and it makes her a little loopy sometimes. And that was such a day that I believe. And so that day she was like, "Wait, what did you say?" I go, "What do you mean?" Because to me, I'm like, I'm making this example, and she goes, "You say you're gonna kill my dog?" And I go, "No, what?" And then it's back and forth for like fucking 15, 20 minutes. And then, unbeknownst to me, she hits live. And we're halfway in this conversation, and it goes like this. It's like, you're gonna kill my dog? No, I didn't say that. Like, what do you think I said? What? Right? Back and forth. And finally, as like a Scooby-Doo villain, I'm like, all right, fine. Let's say I said it. What the fuck now then? Right? Like, I was like, okay, let's get to the fucking end point. You keep accusing me. Now what? And everyone in the world just took that to be like, oh, you admitted it. And I was like, fuck me, dude. I didn't even know I was being streamed, right? Um, and so that was
And
that.
who were you to everyone in the world? You were her husband.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
And was you on camera or is it just your voice?
Oh, never. Oh, yeah. For that call, I was on voice. I was
Okay.
actually not even home, which is why like it was so theatrical. And she was like, "I have to keep streaming because he might like try something." It's like I'm nowhere near home. Like the fuck, and she knows that. Like I cannot try what hop on a thing and like I don't like it's just inconceivable. It's just I mean, it was farcical, right? Like, but what happened was the next day she kind of calmed down and I guess like recomposed, and she was like, okay, like let's do another stream where we just correct it, right? And I'm like, are you what? You're just gonna be like, okay, like yesterday, like the Dobby thing, some of these things, like they're not like really that real. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, do you
So
want?
hard to bring it
Oh
back from
yeah.
that as well, because everyone's always just going to say you made her do that second phone call.
And the internet moved so fast that the day after, everyone was essentially pot committed. All of her friends, because she was pretty mainstream on Twitch at the time, everyone was like, Amaranth, Amaranth, like her abusive husband. It was like fucking a huge mob. People were outside of our house because now I'm gonna fucking call it out. Fucking that stupid Sasha Grey porn star, ex porn star person, right? She goes, everyone go to Amaranth's house and check on her. Like, here's the address. What a fucking idiot,
Oh,
right?
what the
I had
fuck?
people outside the house just fucking waiting for me. Okay.
No, she didn't.
No,
She
she
just
did.
doxed the
She
house.
deleted it then, but like I mean, like a screenshot is forever, right? I was like, "Are
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me?" Right? And so people are outside my house, and I can't even fucking leave to go anywhere for like days, right? And there's like clout chasing, like from Alinity. Alinity is like, "Oh, I really sympathize with this Amaranth situation. Maybe we go and like stream on her lawn as well." It's like, fuck off, dude. Fucking stream on her lawn. Right? Like that's the world that I lived in at the time. And then the next day, think about it, there's people on the fucking lawn. She goes, like, oh, let's make a statement that says, like, okay, look, we had a fight. Some of this is like heat of the moment, right? Like, he never made me do the sexual stuff I didn't want to do. He never made me wear less clothes. Like that was like the tenor of the message, right? And I was like, dude, do you like this career? Do you like this job? Because that goes away when you do that thing. Every sponsor, every whatever, right? Right now, you're a victim, and like if you come out and you continue doing this thing, you're a hero. I'm the villain. We come out, we correct it. You're a gray character. You might be a villain to a bunch of people. The incels will pile in on you, and I'm still a villain. What are we fixing here? Like, this is one of those things where Humpty Dumpty has fucking fallen off the wall. Like, you're gonna fucking duct tape him together and pretend like nothing happened? No, no, no. Let's think about this smartly. I think we should decide that, like, between you and I, we know the truth, and we're not going to cite this version of it that you've told, even though it's the most public version. But we just continue moving forward, right? And she agreed. But now when it's convenient, it's like 2022, right? I'm getting fucked pretty hard by the taking the prudent thing and knowing that like some of these things they don't go back. That Pandora doesn't go. It doesn't go back in the box.
I think it only matters if it matters to you, though, right? It only I mean, you've already made money. It's not like you're gonna be cancelled and lose
Yeah,
your
yeah.
opportunity. Like you've already made money, and it's like it only really matters if it matters to you.
And I would be okay with it, except in opportune moments when she's really triggered, and usually there's like some like loopiness involved. It's like then she like really like basically acts as
Oh
if
no,
all of
no.
that was yeah.
Oh, sorry. I mean, if it's her saying it to you, then it matters. Yeah. Sorry. I
Yeah.
mean, like random chat.
Oh no, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
turning it against you. No,
Yeah.
no. If she's saying shit and it didn't happen, then yeah, that's gonna piss
Yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
off.
If chat says it, dude, like the way I go about it is like, yep, and I have a small penis and blah blah blah. Like what do you want to? You literally, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like I've gone, I can do whatever I want. When I was single, even now, like when I go out to things, like I get hit on by streamer girls all the time. I get girls swarming my fucking thing, going like, "Can you manage my OF? Can you manage my OF?" Like I could name the fucking top 10 porn stars and stuff like that, right? Like I know that I have access. It doesn't matter how big my dick is. It doesn't matter how other people perceive me. It literally doesn't matter. Like no one in chat has the ability to like impact my emotional state, but she does because I still plan and want to be with her. And so obviously your life partner saying things that are untrue about you is going to be like fucking a whole mind fuck, right? But like, look, I'm not faultless in it all. Like, I always look at it like, you got to look inward and see like what you can change. Like reality is reality, right? And what can you do to make the situation better, even if it's not necessarily like your responsibility or whatever, right? And so I try to introspect a bit, and like a lot of that is just like I love her, she loves me. Like it's weird to say that because most people are like, what the fuck? Um, and it works, and we make each other happy more often than not. And we've built this thing together. And honestly, like if she goes on the dating market, I go on the dating market. It's like gold diggers, and I don't even know what the fuck she pulls at that, right? Like it's like we understand each other contextually perfectly. we've been on the journey together for 11 years. Like, what do you mean? Like, you've built this like fucking masterpiece of a sandcastle, and you're just gonna like stomp on it and try to build another one. It's kind of the way I look at it.
Better the devil you know than the devil
Oh
you
yeah,
don't.
because I mean, like maybe it's just my personality is kind of like unbreakable, right? Like I feel like a lot of people would be destroyed. Like you would not believe this. I was having weekly meetings with like Mr. Beast's manager, Reed at Night Media, in 2022. I had access to every venture capital person in the world because they were interested in this influencer thing. I was talking to fucking Andreessen Horowitz about setting up a fund where influencers help pick influencer pick companies that were startups that were potentially had a lot to gain from influencer marketing, right? Influence like I had so many uh irons in the fire. I was having dinner with fucking Peter Thiel, right? And then like suddenly they're all gone. Like I used to get called like I don't know, like 60 times a day phone calls. And then like for a week, nothing. And I remember sitting there thinking like, is this terrible? And I was like, this is beautiful. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no one I didn't get interrupted in my thought or whatever I'm doing for a whole week because no one called. That's magnificent. Like, I can't like. There's no way to describe. It's like a fucking warm beam of sunshine, like after a cold day, right? And then slowly, some of my friends reached out, and like honestly, like the way I look at it is like anyone who reached out within 6 months or a year, like I fuck with them still, right? Anyone who waited,
Yeah.
especially like, now or in the future when they hear like, oh, I did me and Amaranth did a gas station thing for however many tens of millions, and they're like, hey, I got investments to pitch you. It's like, fuck you. You're back because it suits you. But like, in that moment, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
can't associate with this guy.
Yeah.
But now that it's like fine, I fuck those people, right? I loved it. It weeded out all the chaff. I look at the
I've
silver
been
lining.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. I mean, I'm fully supportive of you streaming. I think the content's great. I think it's something to watch, and I think it creates a good dynamic. And I mean, I think there's some good. I think there's some good storylines come from it. Just don't fucking like. I mean, just don't go insane. Don't both go insane because
Everyone
of it. You
says
know.
that. I am pretty grounded. Like you have to understand, like my personality is like it's a pretty simple roadmap. Like I'm the guy who like, oh, like there's like a spider, let's move it outside, right? Like don't kill anything. Like I don't even like swatting flies. Can you just shoot it outside, right? And then when the robbery happened, like in that moment, because I like it's like that taken call where she's on speakerphone and these guys are hitting her and I can hear it. In that moment, I would have shot all three of them like riddled with bullets and curb stomped them, right? Like it turns out I didn't even know this about myself. Like if you threaten something, you know, someone I care about, like I will fucking like chase you to the ends of the earth, right? Like whatever it takes, extra legally or whatever, right? I didn't know that about myself. I just thought I wouldn't want to ever pull the trigger. I practiced at the range because it was fun, you know? And I was like, holy shit, like I didn't know that about myself, right? Like it's just so I don't think I have the capability to go crazy. Like it never happened when I was getting fucking massively canceled and had a life altering 2022, right? Didn't even once cross my mind. I feel like I'm very fortunate because like I have to remind myself like when people say they have mental health issues or whatever, like they're serious about it generally, right? Like I know some people kind of overdo it, but like overplay it, but like for me, I've never had that. I've never had depression. I've never had the thought of like suicide, nothing. It's just like I just bounce back, and I know that's probably like incredibly fortunate, but like just to assuage your concern, on my side it's fine, and she's working on it with the PTSD stuff, so hopefully a happy ending, even though that's boring content.
What she say when you're not streaming about you streaming? She's like, "Do you have to stream? Like, do we need you to stream? Like, what's that? Like, is she like that? That's what
She says
is
it all
she
the
cool?
time. No, she doesn't. She left to her own devices. She would not want me to stream, and like I think
No,
it's
I
more
mean that's how I imagine it.
yeah, it's more complicated than like the reason she'll say. She goes, "Oh, you're like a different person when you stream." I'm like, everyone's a fucking different person. Are you fucking kidding me? Like everyone plays up and plays down things. That's literally the nature of the game. You know, like that's the whole point. You're entertaining. It's not supposed to be perfectly true to reality, even though maybe some people incidentally are. That's not the point, though, right? It's about entertaining and then hopefully doing something that you find at least somewhat fulfilling while you do that. But like I told her, I kind of like, I'm gonna just say this, I kind of put her in her place on that one because like, listen, we have
It's a
horses.
weird situation. It's not normal. It's not like she was a famous girl and then you came about and then you started streaming and then you're saying this stuff that's affecting her career. It's kind of like you helped her be who
Mhm.
she is and now you also want to stream as well, and then why can't you if you're the one that helped her be able to stream in the first place? It's like a bit of a strange dynamic. Like I don't really know who's right or who's wrong in the situation. The dynamic is so strange.
It's all gray. Like I think personally that like a lot of it is just like she doesn't like not having the monopoly on the voice, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, like she doesn't like that. But ultimately, what I told her was like, look, we have 40 animals because you want 40 animals. Like this house, with the exception of like one single room, which is my cigar lounge slash man cave, right? Which I like it that way. I like it cozy. Like that's my room. Every other room in this house, every piece of furniture, every piece of art, every upholstery, every color on the wall, every wood panel, she picked it. And I'm
Yeah.
perfect. I'm a guy. I don't give a fuck. I don't notice that shit. Like I'm just like, oh, cool, nice, right? Like it's all her. It's all a splitting image of what she wants. Our whole lifestyle is that. I just like solving problems and doing things. And I told her, like, are you serious? Like, if I succeed, you have even more money to fucking work with. If I fail, well, then I stop doing it. What the fuck is the fucking issue? Like, you have everything you want. I can't fucking do this one thing that will take like 8 to 9 hours of my time and get me out of your hair and fucking have me tired and grinding. Like, what are we doing here, right? And she was kind of like, like, and then that's kind of how like it was like, okay, like whatever, right? But then she'll still be like, turn your TTS down. I'm like, all right, sure.
The only yes, yes, I get it, and if me and Peggy, for example, were fighting a lot, and then she turned on her stream next to me, and then she harnessed all the people that wanted to talk shit about me, and they were blasting TTS and they were in her chat, it would trigger the fuck out of me.
Absolutely.
It would trigger the fuck out of me, and especially if she's got the the people that are watching her are only people that are watching her because of that people from me. But
Oh,
then your
okay.
dynamic's weird because it's like you can say the people that are watching you are only watching you because of what I did to get them there. So I don't. Again, the dynamic is such a strange dynamic.
I don't know your situation or what your wife does like online, right? But like for me, it's actually there's a whole another layer of fucking weirdness, which is that like she is an e-girl, right? Like people will say porn
Yeah,
star, whatever, like whatever you want to label it. And so it's a lot of simpy guys, right? And like the thing I
yeah,
hated the most was after the fucking, home invasion, all the simpy guys were like, "Oh my god, we love Nick, he's a hero." And then the very first time, I think it was like I think it was like driving home and she was like saying something and I like there's an animal in the middle of the road and I was like, "Hey, shut up. I'm trying to like handle the situation, right?" Which I did. We didn't kill the animal. Um, right? Her chat was like, "Oh my god." He said to shut up. He said, "Shut up." What a fucking abusive asshole. Like and like the whole thing of like saving her life was just like gone. And I saw that I was like, "Oh fuck, these are all like duplicitous fucks who are in the thing hoping that they can like win her heart at some point, right?" Like there was a guy who used to get on her Discord and say like I think he's actually retarded because he was like, "Oh, you should circumcise your husband." And then he started describing and it's like, "No, that's just cutting the tip of the penis off. What the fuck are you talking about?" Like the guy was like deranged and she was like platforming him, letting him talk, because it was kind of funny because he was like deranged in a fucking, everyone knew he was kind of crazy. I was like, dude, let me frame this for you, Kate. You are platforming a guy who wants you to cut your husband's dick off. Just the tip. Are you fucking serious? And the guy's like, and ready? Here's the cherry on top. He professes to be 15. So he shouldn't be fucking like he's a mind. He shouldn't be in this fucking thing, dude. Like you do OF stuff. Like what the? Why is he fucking involved? Like that's a liability, and he's a retard, right? And like so, like stuff like that. I don't intervene, but like it's an army of people who hate me and potentially want to kill me. And whenever we fight, they call the cops and they go, "He just beat her unconscious. Get there quick. Be armed." And that's the only time I get the Glocks in my face, because the police, I mean, you have to take that seriously. The guy saying, I watched on live stream this happen, right? That's how they say it. And then every time I open the door, it's like, okay, you know, one of these times it's not going to turn out so well, but like, Jesus, right? And I always get on her, like I said, you have to condemn that. Like, there's no fucking way you can even say, oh, okay, like, you know, it's a misunderstanding. No, fuck that. Like, are you kidding me? This guy is trying to curry favor with you. Like, there's no ambiguity possible here. And that's kind of like the nature of our fights. It's like, dude, you have to understand the signaling value that what you do, it echoes, right? It amplifies like a ripple, you know? Like you can't just say shit and like expect there to be no, like, it shouldn't happen. No one should do crazy things, but like, you got to play, like, you know, what is reality, right? Like, it's cause and effect. Like, you know, we can argue about what should or shouldn't be, but like, it is.
I'll tune in. I'll see where it goes. I personally don't see it going anywhere like good. YouTube both streaming, but I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I'm down to watch. I'm down to watch it unveil.
Now I'll be a giant streamer one day, and then she'll get her ranch, and we'll live happily ever after. That's the goal.
Right. I mean, I'm with it. I'm with it. All right, let's see.
I'll give your dudes a thing, because one was like, oh, he doesn't have accents. Like, 谢谢 Sandpepper, you know, 访问我, you know, 恭喜发财. There you go, Asian.
Thanks for chatting. Anyway, if you need anything, message me here. I'm always on.
I appreciate it. People keep saying your name. I've always wanted to meet you, so this is cool.
Yeah. Nice speaking to you. Good luck with everything. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye. Good luck with the scavenger hunt. Bye.
Bye.